Hello guys and welcome to my first ever video. This is going to be a running theme in algebra, maybe 10 or 11 videos, and the first one is in collecting like terms. Now this course is going to be targeted towards Key Stage 3 students really, but then towards the latter end we'll be getting onto GCSE topics. So suitable for Key Stage 3 students or those on foundation tier maths, or even those that are on higher but maybe have some gaps in knowledge or missed a bit of schooling. Okay, so this is perfect for your algebra needs. Okay, we're going to start very basic. Algebra 1, collecting like terms. Okay, and it is as so. So I'm going to show you an example. You'll pause the video, you'll try a question yourself, okay, and once you've tried that question, I'll go through the answers, and then hopefully you've got them correct and you know where you're going to be. So this is our first example. Now, algebra, the reason students struggle so much is because it's abstract. People think, oh, well, A's and B's, what do they mean, right? And you have every right to be frustrated with that. However, here, I want you to think of them as objects, okay? And it's really easy to think of objects that the letter, the word starts with the same letter. So in this case, apples and bananas, okay? But it doesn't have to be objects that have the same letter. So just think about apples and bananas, okay? What we've got here is we have one apple plus one banana. Well, we can't add them together. So we've got two separate bowls. We've got an apple and we've got a banana. Okay, and we keep on going. So we add another banana. We add another banana. We take away an apple. We add an apple. And we add a banana. So we're thinking about that all the time. Now, there's a technique for us to use because we're going from the concrete, the idea of apples and bananas, to the abstract, which is written down. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to draw squares and rectangles around the A's, okay, and any signs in front of the A's. So this one has a negative sign in front, so just draw a rectangle around that and another one around here. And then I want you to draw circles around the B's and any symbols around the B's, okay? Now, there won't be perfect circles, there'll be ovals, really, but that doesn't matter. What it's doing is it's helping you distinguish between the different terms, because it says collect like terms, not collect different terms. So looking at this, we'll do the A's first. So we have one apple, take away an apple, add an apple. Well, that's just going to leave us with one apple. So you can choose. You can leave it as A, or you can put a 1 in front of it. Both are the same thing. Okay, 1A and just A on its own, 1A. So that is our A's done. So I can cross those out if you don't want to look at them anymore. And now we're looking at the B's, okay? So we've got one banana plus another, plus another, plus another. Can you count? How many are there? Hopefully you said there's 4 bananas. Okay, or 4B. Now, the only thing left in our answer here is to add those letters together. So we add those together just by putting a plus in front. Now, at this point, some students think, oh, I need to add those together. It's now 5AB or something like that. It isn't. That's a final answer. You're done, okay? Because you can't have apples and bananas added together, okay? If we were talking about fruit, maybe, but at this stage, we're keeping them separate, and therefore your letters are separate, okay? Do not put A and B together. Okay, so now this is the time for your first ever question for you to attempt right now. So here we go. And we have your turn here. Please pause the video now and have an attempt. And when you're ready for the answer, just unpause the video and I'll be there to take you through it. Okay, so hopefully we went through that. And I just thought in hindsight, actually, when we were drawing our rectangles and our circles, perhaps a different colour would have helped. So I'm going to do that now, right? So in my case, I've got rectangles, and I'm just going to change the colour just to make it more obvious. So we've got green ovals around the M's. Hopefully everyone got to this stage. Everyone thought, yep, that's me. I've got my ovals and I've got my squares. Now, you may not have got the final answer, or you may not have known what to do next. That is fine. But as long as you got your rectangles done, then you should be all right. Now, we've got K. minus k, so 0k at the minute, and then we're adding one more k, so 1k in total. Okay, and there's a plus, so we're going to plus or minus something afterwards, right? So then I'm just going to get it to green if it'll let me. Now, m plus m plus m plus m. Okay, that is 4 m's there. And that's our final answer. Okay, we can't do anything more to that. If you got that correct, then you know that you can start on a harder task when I set the tasks. Now, I'm going to start with another example, just a second example to see where we are. Okay, so here we are. We have this time, we've got our P's and Q's, except we've got numbers in front. Now, how does that change things? Well, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't. Okay, we can still use our rectangles, we can still use our ovals, and all that happens is there's just a bit more calculation to do. So, our squares, our rectangles are round. So, P, another P here, another one here, and finally, we have our Q's to put ovals round. Okay, so we've got that. And then we just do the same thing, except now it's the numbers should be more obvious to you. Actually, this might be a little bit easier. So 6 take away 2 plus 3. Well, what is that? That is 7p. Okay. And then in our green, we've got 5q plus 4q, and that is 9q. Okay, and there we are. So, same drill again. I'm going to show you the next question. Pause it when you're ready, and then we can move on to the answer and a task. Here we are. Okay, hopefully you had enough time on that. You paused it yourself. So we've got our squares and rectangles around the R's. There we are. And then some circles or ovals. Around the S's. Okay. And then we just do our calculation. So we've got 7R minus 2R is 5R plus 9 is 14R. And then our greens, our S's, we've got minus 12S plus 5S. So that's minus 7, right? This is our negatives numbers now. So if you're just struggling on that, that is minus 7S. Think about your number line and moving left to right or up and down. Okay, so minus 7S. And then we're adding 10S, so we end up with plus 3S. Okay, so if you got that correct, then you can probably just go straight to the harder task. So what we have here on the next slide, we have green, amber, red in order of difficulty. So the green is the easiest, okay, and then we're moving on to the harder one. You can do it all. You could do just a section. It is up to you, but pause the video now, have a go, and the answers will be in the next 30 seconds or so. Okay, hopefully you had enough time on that. So what we've got now, here's our answers. Mark your work. Any issues, just rewind 10 seconds, 30 seconds, and have another go. Okay? Any questions, just pop them in the comments.